Yep. Right, so you are gonna be as tanky and tankier than the one in Mother Warrior.
Just like that one we fought before.
Not a
Must
weakness.
have fed all the hypercells energy.
Watch out, Eve!
I fought it before. Don't worry.
And you like... I mean, you get to hear the music longer, I guess. Literally what? I have no idea what I'm doing this time. Now I do. Boredom. Boredom is sitting in. You know, these Maelstrom fights are not exactly the fights that I am doing this playthrough for, is it? Them being this tanky is not exactly a victory. It's just annoying. Literally what? I know you can sprint those stuff. Eve, can you sprint? Like when I input the sprint, you can sprint, yeah? Thank you. Eva, please, when I press the sprint button, you know what to do, yeah? Listen me up. There we go. Yeah, that takes noticeably more amount of time than
You did it!
you were leveling
Not as
your
hard
weapon
as I
normally.
expected.
Nice. Let's take a look at the hypercell.
And this is the point in the story where we learn that, well, where Eve learns, along with Lily, that they are not humans. But Andro-Eidos instead.
The hypercell is intact.
I also found a legacy. It's almost like it was planted here for us to see.
She
I'm
found
getting
the
more and more
legacy before
curious.
she actually
Let's
found
investigate.
the legacy.
Let's check
Unless
it
she
out.
noticed that this legacy was here when she was fighting Maelstrom. Because that's the case.
Day 78 after the second dive. 8th record. Legacy account Raven. I have discovered an important record of human history. A war ignited by Mother Sphere broke out, and as previously recorded, humanity was defeated. Earth then became the stage for the Andro-Eidos. Andro-Eidos declared themselves the new human race. This new human race, with Mother Sphere at its heart, made tremendous progress and advanced humanity. And the surviving humans, the real humans, they evacuated to an underground facility. Some, led by Raphael Marx, waited here at this facility for an opportunity to strike back. During this time, the surviving humans evolved in order to gain the strength to face the androids. The result of genetic engineering and rapid evolution. Beings that have lost everything. Everything but brute strength and survival instinct. That's what they've become. Monsters. The monsters that we're fighting.
You know, there is something interesting that I
are
was
the naytibas.
that I was thinking of when I was uploading my last batch of highlights to YouTube from the previous playthrough. The very last ones. Before starting to upload this playthrough's clips to YouTube. Which was that Adam himself says that
killed so far. They were all
the first
humans
that had evolved or mutated into naytibas
I
were a
can't believe
tragedy.
this.
And I deduce or construe that
This production
the
facility
fusion
was
between the
definitely made for
Andro-Eidos
naytibas.
as well as the naytibas in the very early days was a failure that created some of those like alpha naytibas or those
naytibas were
like
human,
elite naytibas that we know from the story and the
the
background
ones
of Stellar
fighting
Blade,
against
the world building
humans
of it,
must be.
that were deviants
Andro-Eidos.
of like naytibas or
Are we Andro-Eidos?
you know, the failed like fusion experiments kind
Creatures
of.
brought into existence.
So they were basically just
created by Mother
hostile. Yeah, they would be like just
we're
hostile.
Humans with complete bodies, perfectly in harmony with machinery and living tissue. Naytibas,
That might
on
be
the
the
other
reason
hand,
actually
are
as to why they have
incomplete
any
because they are
decorum
made only of
or
living
mannerisms.
tissue. They can't adapt to different environments.
Remember earlier
and they can't even
on the
survive
previous
in
playthrough when I
space.
said that maybe the parasitic naytibas and the droids have some like
What if they were
gears connecting
created to
them.
solve such imperfections?
What?
The naytibas do not have exospines, but the humans are using like
Then,
expansion gear
Why
slots
did
in
Mother
order
Sphere
to
hide this truth
help
from
with
us?
their own like functions and some like, you know, quality of life
I need to
improvements,
think.
augments to the human body, you know. They could be
Yes.
they could
I
be
don't think we can reach a
communicating
conclusion about
with
this
each
on
other
our own.
using those
I
expansion
really
gears,
do think
you know,
we should talk to Orkle about all this.
in their like brains or something, you know.
Yes.
That could be the reason as to why the elite naytibas, as to why the alpha naytibas seem to be much more. Actually, speaking of, what is an alpha core? The alpha cores that we see inside the game, they seem to be mechanical in nature. Like they look like a cybernetic part inside the naytibas. I think I might actually be onto something exactly. Because like the alpha cores themselves, they are inside this like perforated like foam, you know, that has this like red glow inside. This like it's like a some kind of deformed amalgamation of like a body core or some like energy source, you know.
You're here. Excellent work.
So I think
Hey,
they have
I'll
to
take
be
care of the hypercell.
fusions between Andro-Eidos and naytibas, and they are like some of the very first ones that were like failures, you know.
Something you'd like to ask
And they became hostile in nature, and they did not adhere to.
Perhaps you came across the library at Lavoir.
We would like to know the truth.
Yes. It is a long, long story. We
Speaking
are
of,
certainly human, but this was not the case not too long ago.
the elite
It is
naytibas
true
or the
that
alpha
those who
naytibas,
came before were
they kill
responsible
anything,
for
yeah.
the creation of Mother
They
Sphere.
don't like sense that
The
you are an
ones now
Andro-Eidos
referred to
or
as the
an
last
organic
surviving
human.
humans.
Do they?
They created
I have no
us,
idea actually
the
about that, because
Andro-Eidos, through Mother
there is
Sphere,
no living
and for a
organic
time
humans that we
lived
find
in
inside
a
the game.
kind of
So we can't really say.
symbiosis with them.
Then
We do know that the naytibas themselves, they don't
we're
kill each other,
androids. We were
I
created.
think.
Then why did Mother Sphere...
The reason is unknown. However, at some point, Mother Sphere made a decision. Humanity's survival depended on a reorganization of the species. And that conflict led to war and the eventual extinction of the surviving humans.
That can't be.
You know what? It would make
The
sense, you
few
know,
who escaped destruction
because
were
the alpha
scattered to the
naytibas, they
winds,
fight
but
the
some
Andro-Eidos
managed
members
to
and the
flee
enhanced
and
humans,
find
yeah.
shelter in the ruins in
So,
Lavoir.
It would make
It
sense
was
that the
originally a facility
actually,
for
you
the
know what?
purpose of genetically evolving
Oracle is a good
mankind.
example of this.
After all, lifespans
Oracle
of the
used to be a
surviving
failed
humans were very
experiment,
short.
a failed fusion between
That
naytibas and
facility was
alpha
the
and an alpha
birthplace
naytiba
of
as
what
well,
we
yeah.
have come to call
Or a naytiba and an Andro-Eidos.
naytibas.
So he remembers his own
Records
past
in the
self
legacy
and the
are
past
all
sins
true.
and atrocities that he committed,
All this
you know, when he
time
was
we
an
have
alpha
been waging
naytiba.
war on
Like
our
he, in his own words, says
ancestors.
at the end of the game that when he sealed his, or when I sealed the power of the
Now, my
alpha, you know,
personal link has extended
referencing
to
his
a
own words, in
fairly
fact,
wide
to a T.
area.
So like
The next Alpha Naytiba cannot
it
be
would make
found
sense.
here on Earth.
Like all of the alpha
So,
naytibas that we find throughout the
what do you
game, they are
plan to
literally
do?
just deviants. They are fusion deviants between Andro-Eidos and naytibas.
That still doesn't change the fact
And
that
they are trying to kill.
naytibas are our enemies.
They are completely
All right.
hostile to anything that is Andro-Eidos
If we've come this far, we have no
or
choice
an
but to
enhanced
reach the
humans.
nest
Probably,
through the master
probably
core.
even Eidos company humans, you know,
Give me the coordinates of the Alpha Naytiba.
because that's the human
As
part
you
inside
wish.
of them. The human part
When you
inside of them is
return, I
driving
will
them to
tell you
kill
the
the
rest of the story.
Andro-Eidos members, you know.
Or perhaps
So
it
that's
would be
the
better to
nature.
hear it straight from the Elder's mouth.
Maybe the naytiba's nature is to kill Andro-Eidos members, yeah? So if a naytiba that has been groomed or a gene like reamalgamated into fighting Andro-Eidos members, either by smell or by something else that they sense in their presence that makes them hostile towards them. Like it would make sense that if you enhance that with an Andro-Eidos member and you have the prominent part of the psyche part of, you know, what decides like how the creature behaves. If that part of that is the human and naytiba part, then it makes sense that they would be killing the Andro-Eidos members, you know? And that's basically what they were designed to do anyway. Like Rapal Marx himself or Adam himself says at the end of the game that, you know, we were not strong enough yet to accept your kind, to Eve, in one of his like long drawn out sentences at the end of the game at the nest, which is him basically just iterating on the fact that, you know, when they first were trying to fuse with the Andro-Eidos members, you know, earlier in the naytiba's past, like they were not strong enough yet to like stay like themselves and then also fused with enhanced humanity in order to create a new species of humanity, you know? They instead became mutated monsters when they fused with the Andro-Eidos members. That explains the alpha naytibas. It also explains... actually, would it explain Raven? Raven is a weird one, man. Raven, I feel like Raven might be video game logic compared to the consistency that I just found with this hypothesis does not fit with Raven. like Raven's Alpha naytibas suit, the unidentified naytibas suit, is something that actually, you know what it could be? It could be just advancements in how the Andro-Eidos members and the naytibas fuse together. Because Raphael Marx could have probably already discovered a more effective and more working way, a more harmonious way for the Andro-Eidos members to fuse with the naytibas to create that kind of like battle suit that Raven is able to wear, for example, as the unidentified naytiba. And she's able to still like remain as herself rather than having the naytiba part of her be the prominent part, you know? That, you know, takes care of like how she behaves, her actions and decision making and all that. However, this said, no, it makes sense that Raven wants to kill the Andro-Eidos members because that's literally her own resentment towards Mother Sphere. So I was gonna say like maybe her hostility towards the Andro-Eidos members doesn't make sense, but like when she's in the unidentified naytiba suit, but no, that makes sense. That's her own decision making, guiding what she kills and what she hunts and what she, you know, what she does. Yeah, I think we may have just figured out as to why and how the Alpha naytibas have come to be, based off literally what I was just saying that
Angel,
entire time during that
I
cutscene.
admit it now. It looks like Oracle was right about you. I wish you luck on your mission.